Hi guys, so I feel like I have an addiction. I always want to find out more. And so someone had asked a while back, and I hadn't thought, for some reason I thought of Mike Pence today, just now. And somebody asked, or maybe, you know what, I feel like somebody left a comment a while back, or it just came to my mind, like, what's going on with Mike Pence? I never see Mike Pence. What's up with him? Okay? Especially in terms of the investigations were asked. So actually it's quite interesting, guys. I've already selected the cards because I want it to be, this video to be pretty quick. So kind of interesting. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to show you, I think I'm going to show you this first. Okay, so you can see, I don't know if let's just do position by position, just because I feel like I make such a mess, but let's just do this because it's important to do both, okay? To talk about those amounts of cards and then the cards in the same style. So interesting, guys. I didn't use that was the only one I didn't use because I realized I have a small table now at this moment, so the tarot is big, so I just picked a small card. So very strange that we have here the living room card and the stanza card first, right at the first position. Something telling me that something related to his intimacy and his private communications. And then the first card is an ending, okay? Government. So he's under, guys, the words that I just kind of stopped myself from saying just now is he's under surveillance, okay? I don't know if that's true, but there's something about his private communications that are related to the government that they're going to bring an ending to him or to his position in the government in some way, okay? Pretty serious stuff. And below we have, this is fortune, okay? This is something to do with money. The deal, shady deal behind the scenes related to Trump. I think this could be him or Trump, but could be Trump. Okay, so he's aware of this deal. He's part of it. It's almost like there was a deal made, there's a deal behind the scenes made to bring Trump to the government as well. He's aware of this, okay? Now, this is the current position, okay, or him right now, or just about him, he's the center, okay, the situation and him. Now, what's interesting is what's around him. What do we have right around him? We have Mueller. Bitch, gotcha. You think you're quiet, think you're clever. Right here with lions, bitch. So, yeah, Mueller's right here. Just want to say hello. How you doing, Mike Pence? I'm fine. You're fine. You're feeling good about yourself? So what do we have here? We have fish, a lot of money. Okay. Conversations, birds, and strategy. Now, guys, immediately when I saw this, especially next to the living room card, I was like, whoa, Mueller's got the, what was it? Mueller's got your number. Mueller's got the receipts. Mueller's got the tape. He has the recordings of Mike Pence discussing strategy and money. Boom, that's it. That's what I think, guys. Really, it sounds strange or too much, but that's what I get because there's too much surveillance or like too many interpersonal communications here, private communications to suggest this. And what we have below, because it's the two positions together, so right below Mueller we have success in love. So this is a partnership of some sort, okay? He's a messenger, okay? And this is a gift, like bribery behind the scenes, okay? So I've said before, I remember seeing that he is very connected to them, and there is some sort of role there, okay? So this is going to be uncovered. Again, messages and recordings. I believe this could also mean that he is a messenger. It's all hidden, okay? It's going to come out. Okay, so then the center, we have house, which is the third column, house. He got a negative letter, corruption, also Republicans and the ladies. So I feel like, I think he has been notified. There's something, he's involved with the Republican corruption, okay? Something about the Republican corruption and or something related to the White House, okay? And then below we have change. So things are changing for you, okay? Mike Pence, alrighty. So at first when you see this, you think, okay, well, maybe the White House is changing, maybe he could be president, but no, because you'll see why. So we have, this is card of like progress, changes, or transfers. Anchor is permanence, but also working for someone, having a role, okay? Shady money upside down and change. So I think what happens is that the shady money is going to be uncovered and his role in this somehow. And what do we have right after? This is the near future, essentially, okay? What happens next? Very bad for him, ending in prison. Sorry, guys, one of my most successful, I don't want to say successful like that, but in terms of views, the readings I've done was one of the first ones I did about him that said that like terrible things are going to happen to him. And this is kind of confirming that something like an ending in prison, right? So not great. But let's get into it, okay? So we have here the scythe, okay, cutting through clarity about the White House and an ending. So I feel like he's going to be cut from the White House because we're going to find out more information. Things are going to come to the fore, okay? And then what we have here, have prison. Sorry. We have an ending again of the snake. I feel like he's like, what this suggests, guys, is that he's been a snake for a long time. He's been working on their behalf for a long time, okay? So yeah, so there's an ending in prison twice. And then at the very end, we have here the bear. Could also be the boss or money, opportunity, business, high honor. So it's also that I feel like he could also be a person, just the combination, I even see an image here, which is so very unlike Pence, but it's what I see, is that he could be a person, one of the first ones to provide opportunities, financial opportunities from Russians to people in the U.S., okay? Maybe politicians, people in high honors. And then we have here birds, again, conversations, guilty for a long time, deal. So for some reason, guys, twice, I could be wrong, but I feel like, and I close my eyes, I get the sense too, that these conversations have been there from the very beginning or for a long time. There are several types of different, because you have here the conversations in the meetings. I think it's not, I think in this context it's something that was recorded already. And this provides the guilt, okay? It's not like he's talking, like having a meeting with somebody. I think in this case it means that it's the guilt situation. Okay, so let's look again. Now that I've discussed a little section by section, let's look at the cards in more detail. Here's my glasses. Oh, here they are. Okay, so, all right, so let's get started here. Okay, so now style by style, okay, we have here private communications, okay, living room. Let's see if we can get here. Okay, yeah. Living room here, you see? Let's see, okay. Private communications, Mueller. So Mueller has these private communications, okay? And they're related to the White House. Okay? And then this brings an ending of the people in high honors, which could include him, okay, as well. That's pretty damning alone. So then below we have living room, great happiness, something related to money or success. And the Mueller knows all about this because he's right here. And he's above, he knows about the deal, the successful, like the connectedness, soulmateness of a Pence in this. And the changes, there's also changes in the White House, okay? Because there's an ending in prison. Okay, great, sounds good. Okay, prison too, because of the people who are connected to this deal. Okay, so that's very clear. Okay, so now let's move on to the other style. Okay, below. All right, so so we have here, okay, again, stunts are the same thing with living rooms. So there's private communications that suggest a deal, okay, that speak of a deal. Strategy and messages. So he is connected. I feel like in a way he's connected to this is like strategy that is spread. So he gets the message and he spreads it, like, you know, sort of like talking points, he gets them. And here we have bad news about money. So it's possible that he This is the center. So he received bad news about money, or money was traced. And this bad news is about the White House and long-term or past partners, okay, meaning business partners or connections. And this has to do with business. Again, past business. Somehow this affects him and or he's connected to this, okay? So that's it. Now I wanted to show you quickly because when I pulled these cards, I was like, okay, I wanted to find out more. So I pulled out more, 5 more to find out about him. Okay, so we have, he's the fake servant. It comes a lot for the Republicans, meaning a person who pretends to be like serving the government, but is not. There's losses. He has to recover from losses. There's losses to him because of this. He's a maid. It's saying essentially he does whatever these people, the shady people, want. Okay, he's a service person. And there's a negative letter. So he gets some sort of indictment or document that proves his guilt from the foreign power. So that's that. Okay, so let's move on from here. I've already explained these. Okay, so now let's reveal the other ones. So then we have here, again, we have the conversations about okay, so an ending because of ending because of conversations that are corrupt, okay? And then here, the corruption is exposed as opportunistic, okay? Then we have here shady dealings. And the gift, a long time ago, for the spy, like the snake, and as guilt at the end. So then we have a reading like this. So an ending through the shady dealings, conversations talk about the quid pro quo, corruption for a long time, or a long time Republicans are corrupt, exposure of who the spies are, an opportunity to be for guilt. So I think it's very clear here, guys. He's found to be guilty. He's found to be some sort of spy. He's been corrupt for a long time. And there's, again, conversations that confirm his participation in this gift situation. Okay, so that's bad. We know that. All right, let me move on to this now. So we have here, okay, so let's look. Tower, fish, lady, scythe, bear. So we have here government, a lot of money, Russia, stuff, or women, scythe, cutting, sudden, bear, boss, or money, okay? And then we have here lilies, just Trump, clouds, hidden, stork, progress, or change, or transfer, coffin, and ending conversations, okay? So again, we have here the government for lilies, the hidden money exchange, Russia transfer. So, and then sudden ending, financial conversations or conversations about the boss. So again, guys, sudden ending also very harsh here. Okay, so yeah, so it looks like he knows a lot about the financial transfer situation. Okay, and there's like there's things happening behind the scenes to help Trump, but there's an ending because of the conversations. Again, this tells me, again, there's some sort of conversation here that incriminates him. Okay, and the conversations have to do with him being a boss or the money. So also an end to the money because the scythe is cutting the money and the scythe is creating an ending. So that's it, guys. I feel like somehow he's compromised. And in the sense that I'm looking here, guys, is that he has been compromised from much earlier on. There have been, these conversations have been, for some reason, I feel like they've been around for a long time, okay? It's just a matter of time, and I feel like they didn't want to do anything to him because they wanted to find out, they just wanted to find out his role, okay, in general. So this was intense, guys, yeah. So that's what it looks like. So that's Mike Pence. What's up with him? All right, so you saw. Wow, this is only 15 minutes. Crazy. I feel like it was like a lot. So I'm going to upload this, okay? So again, what's up with Mike Pence? That's it. All right. Bye.